by the Bay. Bonus baseball led to a 5-1 Cubs W.
Bonds at the wall. It is gone.
Last weekend at Coors, the Rockies were rude hosts, taking 2 out of 3 against the Cubs. Today, it's Sammy's job to return the favor. Cubs, Rockies, next.
It's great to be back home at beautiful Wrigley Field. A very windy May day, and the Cubs hoping the Rockies will be saying May Day at the end of today's ball game. It's the first game of a very important homestand and of a 3-game series for the Cubs, who return home after a successful road trip, still in first place in the National League Central. And hi again, everybody, along with Steve Stone, Chip Carey. Welcome back to the ballpark. A very blustery day, Stoney. A great road trip for the Cubs, and now the hot-hitting Colorado Rockies are in town, but they're a little lighter hitting on the road than they are at Coors Field.
The Rockies have had their problems on the road. They're just 4-9, but at home they've been world beaters, and the Cubs are hoping they're a different team than they saw in Colorado, especially Todd Helton, who had just a wonderful series.
Somehow, some way, the Cubs got to figure out a way to stop this man. He's one of the game's great hitters. He picked up number 1,000 in his career when we saw the Rockies last.
And the Rockies doing just about everything right at home and surprising everybody. In fact, both of these teams are surprising. The Cubs off to a great start. The Rockies off to a start that nobody expected, especially with the pitchers that have been on the disabled list.
Well, how about Sean Chacon trying to do something that only one other Rocky pitcher has done? That's go 5-0 to start the year. He got a wake-up call, Steve, in the second half of the season last year, and he hasn't woken from a dream.
They sent him down to the minor leagues. They did not bring him up in September, and Chacon has been unbelievable. Nobody hits this guy. He's got a terrific breaking ball. He keeps it tight. It's a slider that he keeps down, and he's very aggressive in the strike zone. He showed the Cubs that he can pitch at Coors Field, something a lot of these Rocky pitchers couldn't do over the years.
So a dream start for Chacon. Can't say the same for Sean Estes. It has been somewhat of a nightmarish start for him, especially his last start. 12 hits, 7 runs in 2 innings against the Rockies. He said his back was bothering him. Well, he says he got it fixed too in San Francisco. How will he fare today, you think?
I think he'll fare a whole lot better because the wind is howling straight in, meaning you're going to be able to get away with a couple of mistakes. And in San Francisco, Sean Estes learned he was healthy. That's number 1. And number 2, he realizes that he's pitching for his presence in the starting rotation. That's a lot of incentive. And hopefully today he'll get it over early and he'll get it over often.
Sounds like a plan. Big, important homestand for the Cubs. It starts today with Colorado. Before we get started with our ball game, let's first enjoy our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner
homestand for the Cubs set to get started, and Alex Gonzalez and the Cubs are ready for the Rockies. We'll have the starting lineups for today's series opener when we come right back.
Fox Sports Net's coverage of Chicago Cubs baseball is brought to you in part by Aflac. Ask about it at work. Chevy. Test drive a new Chevy car or truck today at your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealer. Comcast, proud to be Chicagoland's new cable company. Heineken, it's all about the beer. Heineken. Walgreens, the pharmacy of the Chicago Cubs. Geico Direct. A 15-minute phone call could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Jack Daniel's Tennessee Whiskey. Nobody makes whiskey like Jack Daniel's. Pennzoil. Protection for the way you drive. Pennzoil. We're driving protection. Your local area Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. Mike's Hard Lemonade. A hard Mike's is good to find. And by Southwest Airlines. More than 2,700 nonstop daily flights to 59 destinations all across the country.